Good morning. Good morning. Hey, y'all. We've already come to this time of the year when we don't know what to wear. You know why? Because it's kind of chilly in the morning, and then the day gets up and we're cold. We're hot. And so you don't know what to put on. You don't know what to put on. Is it the same in your state? You get up one time and it's hot. Get up one time and it's cold. That's this kind of weather we're having. So, we're just going to have to adjust the best we can. I am getting me out a little bacon grease. About 3 tablespoons. I'm going to make me something. Y'all know what I'm going to make too, don't you? I'm going to make some good old gravy. It's going to taste like bacon. It'll be so good. All right, so I'm just going to get my grease hot. You can make your bacon, your gravy out of sausage grease or bacon grease or whatever you want to. Well, you can't make it out of regular, like oil you buy in a jar because it doesn't have any flavor like. You got to have something with some good flavor to it. All right, let's get us out a little flour. I'm just going to get a little White Lily all-purpose. I don't know how much I'm going to use of it, but I'm going to get it out. And we'll determine that in just a minute. Okay, we've got us out some water. You can use a little milk if you like to. Sweet milk. That's what Mama used to call it. We'd go to the store and she'd say, y'all get me a jug of sweet milk. Sweet milk, what that means is just whole milk. Regular milk. She called it sweet milk and buttermilk. That was her 2 kinds of milk. What do y'all call it? What do y'all call it? All right, we had church last night. All right, this is getting hot and it's getting melty. So now is the time when it gets hot like this to put in our flour. So I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons in there. 1, 2, 3. And y'all might say, Brenda, that looks like 4. Well, it may be. But it's not enough. You see how it's not enough flour compared to your grease. So let me put in 1 more. See how that will look. That looks pretty good. Maybe just a little bit. You want it watery, but you don't want it, you want it soupy like this, but not too much. Okay, keep it stirred, and you want to get it as brown as you'd like to have it. That's what you're doing in this process, is just getting it brown. I know a lot of you are making gravy because you told me so. I'm so excited for you. What do you eat gravy on? What do you eat gravy on? Here's what I eat it on. I eat it on creamed potatoes. I eat it on rice. I eat it on biscuits. And here's something y'all probably are going to be shocked at. In the summertime, when you've got fresh tomatoes, I slice my tomatoes, put them on my plate. And all right, y'all, it's time to put the water in. I got to quit talking a minute. You see that? See how brown it is? Pretty. Put your water in and stand back. I put a whole glass full in there. If it's too much water, I can just let it cook down. If it's not enough water, I'll go back and get some more. That's what I'll do. And I think I'm going to get some more. I got well water. It is so good. It's so sweet good. See how it's a little bit on the thick side. You want it a little bit on the thin side at first because your flour's got to cook in there. It's not cooked yet. This is the time right now that you're going to put in some salt and pepper. It's also the time that if you were making tomato gravy, that you would put in a can of tomatoes, or you can cut up some fresh tomatoes. But what I was going to tell you a while ago is during the summertime, when the tomatoes are really super good, which they're fixing to be not so good pretty soon. When that time comes, I like to slice me up some tomatoes, and I like to put gravy on top of it. Do y'all ever do that? It is so good. You've got good tomatoes. I'll get that in a little bit. I like a lot of pepper in mine, y'all. All right, let's look at how it looks. I've got my bowl that I'm going to put this gravy in. I've got it in the oven, just a plain old bowl, because I want to get it good and hot before I put my gravy in it, so it'll stay good and warm. All right, let's look. That looks good. I'm going to squish it down like this a while in case I've got a knot in it. Seems like I see a few. All right, let's get us a spoon and taste it. Y'all have what I call a spoon jar. Back in the olden days, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Back in the olden days, they had a jar that they called a spoon jar, and it sat on the top of their counter. And it was just had spoons, so they could just grab a spoon real quickly. It had some of them had the like spoons you'd use every day. All right, let's taste this. Here it is. We're tasting for salt and pepper content. It's got enough pepper. It needs just a little bit more salt. Just a little. I think that's going to get it. I'm not going to taste it again. I think that'd be plenty. Okay. Now we're going to pour it up in our... I didn't put my bowl in there. Sorry. I had my oven heat. Let me cook it a little longer. I thought I had my bowl in there, and I didn't. I've got it set on 400 degrees. That's what I've got. Anyway, last night at church, we had... taco night. I didn't wear my Mexican clothes. But anyway, they had the chips, all the lettuces, the cut up little bitty tomatoes. They had cheese. They had jalapeno peppers. They just had a whole buffet of whatever you want to put on yours. They had all kinds of stuff. They had avocado. They had sour cream. They had salsa. Like everything. So you just go through, and they had the meat scrambled up with all this good salts in it. And you went through the buffet, and you had your plate, and you fixed it however you wanted. And I fixed mine more like a salad. Some people were going through, and for their chips, I got just regular chips with mine to crumble up on top. Some people got those little shells, and they packed them full of all kind of good stuff so they could just pick it up and eat it like this. I ate mine with a fork. And they had a really good looking dessert. It kind of looked like cinnamon rolls, but with a lot of stuff on it. I didn't eat any, but everybody said it was delicious, but I didn't eat it. And I also, all right, put a little bit more water. See how it's getting a little thick? You gotta have it to where it'll be right on your biscuit. But I didn't eat any, but everybody else said it was delicious. I think Jenny made it. She helped last night, or she did. I don't know. I think she's in charge on that night. We got different people in charge on different nights. Oh, and I want to tell you something else that happened last night. It was really super good. Before we had sat down to eat, but one of the coaches said, y'all, can I have y'all's attention just a minute? I got something I got to say. Sorry, see, our bowl is nice and warm now to put our gravy in. He said, and he had a young man standing beside him. He said that during the day that this young man kept coming up to him and said, Coach, I need to talk to you. Coach, I need to talk to you. And the coach said, well, wait just a minute, son, let me do this. Later on that day, the boy said, Coach, I need to talk to you. He said, well, can it wait till after so-and-so? And he said, no, it cannot wait. I need to talk to you right now, Coach. So the coach said, what is it? Or what you need to talk to me about or something. And he said, I want to tell you that I have Jesus in my heart. I just found Jesus. Isn't that wonderful? All right, so put your hot bowl back here on the back. Because I've got my oven set on. All right, so that's our gravy. Wasn't that easy? I'm going to put a plate over it so I can, or platter. I'll put a platter over it so I can keep it hot. Like that. I'll just sit it like that, okay? Turn my eye off. But I thought that was a wonderful way to start the night, and we all stood up and clapped and praised God for his salvation. It was wonderful. And then after on Wednesday night, we had Bible study, and then we started a new thing on Bible study, and talking about the Israelites in Egypt and in the wilderness. And that was a good lesson too. So we just had a really good night. And I hope y'all have a really good day. We've got our gravy made, and that's wonderful. And so I'll talk to y'all later. And listen, I don't know what to tell you to wear today. I got a short sleeve right now. It's a little on the chilly side outside. But as the day goes on, I'll be glad I've got on this. And hopefully I'll be going line dancing tonight. Y'all can come with me to that. Love y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.